was lucky enough to coach a player at the US Women's Open at Erin Hills just a couple weeks ago. And, you know, I really found it so interesting. I got to spend a lot of time talking his name is Fred Broadbent. He's one of the guys that runs the Performance and Recovery Center for the LPGA Tour and the USGA. So I asked him a couple questions, and, you know, what I was really kind of wanting him to talk about is, like, what do we need to be able to do as we get older into our 50s, 60s, and even 70s to be able to still move our lower body powerfully? Why is it that as we get older, we see so many players that have swings that are just very arm dominant? There's a lack of lower body movement. It's almost like we're poured in concrete. And then we start to see a lot of inconsistencies and other swing issues arise, like coming over the top, early extension, flipping your wrist. So he had some really interesting takes on exactly what that entailed. And he himself has a great swing and a crazy good range of motion for someone his age. So let's take a listen here on some of the things that he was talking about that he views as so important.
Getting this, but stabilize. If they can't, put them against a wall. Stabilize that pelvis, and then stabilize the pelvis and move the upper torso minus this. And then a salsa movement, which is keeping the knees locked and just lifting the heel off the floor so that this moves up and down like this. And you want to have it be able to close and open. Close and open. We were lied 2 years ago that the pelvis and the sacrum calcify by the time you're 40. It's a lie. It's always on a hinge. We just don't use it. But that opens and closes it. With this, now I've got this, back and forth, anything to open this, so that when you go to address, you're coming back. But yet you've got the safety zone for that sort of overswing. Sometimes you see them overswing and they go, no, that's what the safety zone is for.
I mean, your rotation was amazing. How old are you?
74.
Yeah, show us again your rotation back and through. Wow. I mean, that's more than you would need.
It is, but that's the safety zone.
Yeah.
We have a tendency to stop where we're comfortable. Take it a little bit more so that you've got, how many guys have you seen line up? And I've seen it not that often, but they'll get a swing and a foot will slip.
Yeah.
They're done.
So I would wholeheartedly concur with everything that he's saying. If you look at one of the teachings that I put out a couple years ago called the Consistency Code, we really stress the importance of the lower body. And he's definitely talking about some of the same things. And I saw some drills there that I've never even thought of. But really, if we can keep this supple, flexible, with some strength, that's going to really help you get rid of some of the issues that you have, and maybe even help you prevent some injuries like some lower back stiffness. So I would love it if you guys took a few of those range of motion exercises, did them just before you played, right? Maybe in the privacy of your own home, maybe in the parking lot before you get your clubs out, maybe on the driving range, right? So many LPGA Tour players at the US Women's Open just warming up out in front of everybody, you know. We're talking 10 to 15 minute warm-ups, cords, bands, you name it, all their personal trainers with them there. These are some of the best women athletes in the world already in prime shape and still going through all that to warm up. Where a lot of times, if you're like me and other people I know, it's a breakfast burrito and it's off to the first tee. One of the most important ones that I think you could do before you actually start to hit balls, I'm about to start to hit some balls, is just putting your hands on top of the club, getting to nice athletic posture, a little bit of knee flex, my glutes are alive and active, my feet are pushing the ground, I'm not sitting back on my heels, my pelvis isn't backing away from the golf ball, we're right here in good posture. We don't have any office chair posture, my core is firing right here, everything is just nice and ready to go. And then just slowly start to kind of pivot and move from right to left with a little bit of rotation. I love this drill because you notice my head and my upper body, my sternum, right? The center of our swing stays nice and still, but I'm so active down below with my lower body. My left knee is flexing, my right knee is flexing. My pressure's going from my right foot now, shifted over to my left. From face on, you'll kind of see it here. So this really would be a good test that some of those exercises are kind of paying off when you feel like your pelvis is really actively moving freely and supplely both back and through. You know you're going to be ready to hit the ball well. You know you're going to be ready to hit the ball solid. So let's go ahead and test one out. Fortunately, it's a 3-iron. Let's see if I've got it. Wow, that was pretty good. Nice high draw. So give that a shot next time. It's really helped me. I've really started to focus. I'm 49 now on my lower body, and I've seen a lot of improvements in my ability to connect the swing to the ground, and I've gained some power and I've gained some stability. If you like some of that, you have any questions, any concerns, leave them for me in the comments. I'll get to them as quick as possible. But also, I hope you're enjoying this kind of a little jaunt into getting your body more primed and ready to move. Here's another video up here if you're kind of looking for distance in other ways through your technique. But until then, I'll see you next week for the next video.